Hi all, this is Mosmi, your Python trainer. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous episode, we talked about data types and we also saw Python numbers. In today's episode, ideally, I should teach you the next data type. But before we move to the next data type, you should learn a very important concept that is mutability. So what is mutability in Python? We'll learn that. Let's begin. In today's episode, we are going to talk about mutability in Python and we will be seeing the use of ID function. So what is mutability? In general terms, it is tendency to change. In programming, basically in Python program, when you create a variable or a function, it is nothing but an object. So a mutable object can be changed after it is created, whereas an immutable object can't be changed. Now listen to me carefully. In Python, objects of built-in types like int, float, boolean, string, tuple, they are immutable. Whereas list, set, dictionary are mutable. So let's see on idle. I'm creating a variable, basically that is an object, and if I assign a value, say 5, then it belongs to class int. How can we see the type of our variable or an object? Using type function, and here we can see it belongs to class integer. Now see the value of a, that is 5. Now, as I said, integers are immutable. So can I change the value of a? Ideally, no. But let's see. I'm assigning a different value to a, say a is equal to 16. And now, again, it belongs to class integer. Good. Now I'm printing the value of a and it will be 5 or 16. Yes, definitely it will be 16. So how come it is an immutable object? Let's see. So in Python, when you create an object, basically it has three things: ID, type, and value. So when I'm creating a variable called a, basically it has value 5 at particular memory location, and the type is integer. Now, when I say a is equal to 16, basically your object is pointing to a different memory address where number 16 is stored. Let's see. Again, I'm creating a variable, say a is equal to 5, and we will see at which memory location this value is stored. Using ID function, you type ID and pass the variable a, and you are getting some memory address. Now, let's assign a different value to your variable a and see what is the ID of a now. So you can see it is pointing to a different location in the memory, and hence integers are immutable. So basically the changes which are happening, it's happening at a different location, and so such objects are called immutable objects. You can see in a mutable object, the ID or memory address remains the same even after their value is changed. In immutable objects, the value, when you change a value, even the ID gets changed. That's why they are called immutable. So that's all for the today. Here you can see the list of all class and which objects are mutable and immutable. So boolean, integer, float, tuple, string, frozen set, they are immutable, whereas list, then set, and dictionary are mutable. That's all for the day, and I'll see you in the next episode.